Lagos's Hot FM.
Golden boy, welcome, Sha. Well done. You are finished. Wrap it up. You see this problem. Is he finished? He finished has come inside this place. I don't
Let
like
me tell you why this is interesting for me.
Why?
I remember when I used to play you my songs, right?
Yeah.
Remember, was it Unilag or something? I don't remember.
You were staying in Bagada.
Please, you don't need to
I'll
cast
tell
me.
you, or I'll
don't
give
need
you
to
the
cast me.
address.
It's not like, wait, where were you staying then? You were staying at Coca or
I was
something.
in Nakoka. What's wrong with you? Hey, they laugh me now. Don't laugh.
But yeah, and to seeing this moment,
Yeah.
5 albums after is insane.
It's insane. Like, you're incredible. I
Thank
almost cried yesterday. I was watching you. I was having such a great time at the album launch. I think it's not because you're my guy, but that's one of the best album launches I've been to, and I had an amazing time. I don't know how you got Okwe and I on stage.
Yeah.
It was so confusing. I was like, oh, at some point, I'm like, am I still on this
set
stage?
you
Well,
up.
that's a big setup. But you've done really well. Adekunle went from, photoshopping himself, flying and brooms.
I knew you were going
And
to be
yes, this guy did things. So this guy has hustled. When people have made it, some people don't know how they did it. Your story long. There's plenty. Do you remember how my mom remembers you? You know what she calls you?
Tell me.
The guy that your friends that brought alcohol to you after your surgery. Imagine, Lagos, let me tell you. I had a surgery and I fought with him because he didn't come to the hospital. And then he came to do an apology and came to my parents' house. Obviously, I was still in my parents' house. And he brought alcohol and my mother was looking. My mother was looking
I don't even know what I was thinking.
My mom, because because I was angry at you, and you're like, okay. And then he said to my mom,
Let me give her a call when she calm down.
Because this is what she likes. So my mom drank it actually. So yeah, but yes, Adekunle Gold, you've done really well. Like
Thank you.
I think a lot of people should be proud, and I like the fact that you give people gospels on social media.
Oh yeah,
that they take it.
I was there. I was on that side before too, so it makes sense.
Also, you were a troll.
I mean,
you used to troll people.
Yeah, I was. Yeah. So.
No, you used to criticize people's music, not troll, because you were very talented.
Oh yeah.
But looking at your journey from then to now, what is the one thing you're most thankful for?
I'm thankful that I persevered. Because it's easy to just feed into, it won't work,
right.
And then just. You know how you tell people your ideas, you tell people your dreams, and then unknown to them, they're not even doing bad, right? They just knock it off.
Oh, true.
And then the excitement that you feel, that you once felt, like when you were nursing that idea, just all of a sudden goes away.
Yeah.
But that was never me. Like, I just always knew that, you might not get it right now. Eventually you will. Like, I'm fine with the rejections. I'm fine with the no's.
Right.
But I know that one day, one yes will change everything.
Come on, man.
And that's it.
You know what's crazy? Every time I remember Oriente, all of that, I have to also say my hand was the hand taking picture in Oriente video. But yeah. I remember all those things. And, every time back then, people would say, this guy's sound is different. But it's that different sound. Nobody else has come out to sound like Adekunle. We have, different people, and we would hear music and say, this person sounds like this person. But I'm yet to see one person that will say, gives me Adekunle vibe. When do they use brush?
Interesting that you say that. Because I know what this is, and I'm going to say this publicly actually now, because when I said in my song AGB, I said I propagate this movement where you see now.
Come on now.
Number one dada, and I know what I'm saying.
Right.
Think about it. Since I came in the industry, there's been a lot of, he sounds like Adekunle, whether Igbo or not. It sounds like Adekunle. I mean, there's a pattern of that. And I'm grateful that I can inspire a whole, whole new people, like a whole new sound or whatever. And when I decided, I don't want to even do this anymore. I'm doing something else now. And it's still working. Yeah.
You know that there's this I don't know whether it's confidence or I was gonna say pride.
Idea.
If it's me to be pride, because I can't be as good as you. I'm have my shoulders down.
Let me tell
but
you.
I don't get it.
If you release a song like Sade since 2014 and they told you it wasn't going to work, it was a club era, and you're still alive, hot, releasing like gems every year. There's not one year I don't have a hit song. You're killing the game.
Right.
there's no blueprint. I wrote my own. You will brag differently.
Come on now. This guy's is doing it. But you know what's crazy? You're not green at all. It's like it's non-stop. It's back to back. It's like there was some time you tweeted something. I don't know if it was last year or this year, and it's been in my head. It was basically saying how you're entering into a new era, or saying it was basically saying like we're about to see something about it. What was happening that time? I don't know if you remember the particular tweet I'm talking about, but there should have been something that was happening that period that made you take up your phone and say, "Oh my, these people didn't go collect." What was happening to you?
I was making this masterpiece of a project, and I knew that the minute I dropped this one, it's going to be is a life-changing one for me. It's going to take me to a whole new level that you can't possibly imagine. Right. Like, did you see it coming that I'm going to have a Pharrell or Nile Rodgers on my album? Do you know how insane that is?
My goodness.
The boy that brought you a call when you were sick. The boy that used to play songs at Unilag, you know.
My goodness.
And all of that is happening.
You're gonna make me cry.
I just, just looking back and looking at the incredible work that I have in my hands. Yeah, that was the reason I said that day. Like, I'm entering a new phase of my life. Right. It's still tequila time.
Come on, man. Now, how many times have you thought about yourself, thought about your journey in the last 5 years and shed a tear?
Yo, at least the most recent one that I remembered was last Sunday.
Oh.
You know, I went to church for the first time in 2019. Let me whisper that one so that they don't kill me. But yeah, you know, and then the pastor said, after the end of the service, sermon, he said, "You better remember who you are." And I feel like that was the reason I needed to go to church that day, you know. And then that just spoke to me. Then I just started reflecting on all of these things that I've done. Right. How nobody ever gave me a chance. True. That's the thing. Nobody ever. True. Even when I release a song that's working, that's really out there. It was
literally you and your best friend.
They still find a way to downplay my work. And that's why I tweeted yesterday, or 2 days ago, I said, whether you like it or not, this time you will give me my flowers.
You will give.
You know, yeah, I mean, every now and then, when my strength is failing, because I'm not going to sit here and lie to you that it's just, I'm always like this every time. Like, some days I just think about how, when will these people finally get it? Like, when will, not even about people now, when will I, feel like, oh yeah, it's time.
It's crazy that you think that, because I think everyone who looks at you will be like, Adekunle is on his own lane. Oh, like, there's no, I don't think you have competition.
I don't, but and that's also why it can get annoying sometimes.
How so?
Because so you have conversations about great people, and then you don't mention my name, and I'm like, nah, you must be dumb, because literally I am different, come from a different cloth. Right. Like, you mention their names, you mention my name. You know, I've done so well for myself, and then I've done, like, you can see the track record. You know, it's there's no. Like I said, there's no blueprint. It's just me.
There's no one song of yours that there's no sing along. Oh yeah. Or there's no one song that Adekunle will drop and you will not say, I like this. I don't think I've heard a song I'm like, nah, Adekunle Gold should have done differently. I doubt that. I remember listening to Party No Dey Stop. Yeah. My God.
Manga.
I think that's the first time I put a TikTok. I posted a TikTok video with music, and I was like, Adekunle Gold has done it again. It's like, it's incredible. How did you even think of getting Zinoliski? I wouldn't have ever thought I know. You and Zinoliski on a track.
That's the thing. Think about all of my features. You just don't think about them. Yeah, right. And that's because, for me, it's first the music. If it doesn't serve the music, there's no point making collaboration. For other people, it's optics, it's whatever works for them. But for me, it's the music. I have collaborations that never made it out just because I just didn't think that it was good enough, and that's it.
I remember. I remember listening to this song with Nyla Blackman, and I remember people were saying, "Was it Simi? Is this not Simi?"
Yeah. But you know why? So, for example, like in a song like Nyla Blackman, for example, AG Baby, when I was writing the song, and I wrote the hook myself as well. Like, I wrote the give me that, Bob. I'm like, I want a raspy Caribbean voice. I just didn't know. Then I just thought, oh, my friend Nyla Blackman can do this, and then I just reached out to her, and she got exactly how I wanted it. Same way I featured Lucky Day on Cena. I knew that was a person to take that song to a level.
You just have the weirdest features, man.
Yeah, I just think it. Zeno, and like, nah, I want a shock value. I know somebody that, of course, people wouldn't think that I will work with, you know, and I'm a huge fan of Zeno.
Right.
It only makes sense. The song was done, partly the song was done. I had my 2 verses, everything done. But I'm like, you know what, if it's going to elevate the song, why not?
I'm quite curious now. What's your playlist like? Aside your music. Let's move all of you. You don't listen. I know someone that listens to his music back to back.
Listen, once this album is whatever I'm making, the only time that I listen to them is in the process. Okay, before it comes out. You know. Once it's out, yeah, it belongs to you now. You know. But who do I listen to? I listen. You know, I like to pride myself as somebody that has like vast, you know, library of music. Like I listen to Lives of Aaron Neville, you know, Maroon 5, Bruno Mars, of course, you know, Post Malone a lot, Bazzi. Now I listen to rap. Now I listen to Lil Baby. Yeah, I listen to Lil Baby. It's just. Is
it because of
it's just a lot.
The amount of time you've been spending in America that you listen to rap?
Nah, that's not it. I just think as a creative, you know, you need to push your ears. I think you'll be doing yourself a disservice if you only know how to make the same thing. I don't know how anybody can thrive that way, you know. And that's why if you listen to this album, there's a lot of everything.
Do you see yourself giving us a rap song anytime?
When the cartoon is never going to leave me, so yeah. I know you're going to laugh at me.
You do it.
Don't worry, you never know. But okay. I mean, I might have a bit of flow. Listen to Sisi Ganja, for example, on this album, or Tio Baby. There's a bit of rap flow in there.
Okay. Yesterday, Akwa and I were looking at you. Said, see as you blink. Toby, Akwa and I were looking at your teeth from afar. You should have seen how they shine. Everything just glittering.
My teeth shine.
If Nepa had taken light, you would have lit up the whole place. It was insane. But look, isn't it crazy now that your songs are jamming in the clubs for someone like me?
Let me tell you,
all nighter.
Let me tell you, I remember when the biggest song I had was Pick Up. I remember, and even as far till 2019, you know how you enter club and DJs want to just honor you. They'll just want to play club. They'll be playing jams that were hot at that moment. You will now go back to be playing Pick Up and say, oh boy. And they will now want to even support me for that. Listen, they're showing me love. They will not be playing Oriente in club. That's why you get one time I just say, bro, it's okay.
It's all right.
No need.
I get
it's okay.
I feel you,
my guy. But no need. But now
bangers. You finished us.
There's a lot.
Now I want to know something about this album. I can see. I was searching right now to see. You know how some people will just try to just talk one kind of rubbish. I can't see anything.
Oh yeah,
I'm not seeing anything about anything negative.
The reviews have been
album.
so great, and I'm really thankful to people that are listening and talking about it. Because that's all I've been asking for. Listen, when you listen, you like it. Talk about it.
All right. Isaac Omofe 6 minutes ago said today Adekunle Gold dropped one of the best albums so far. He's indeed ahead of his time. Every song on the album was perfectly made. Tequila Ever After.
No cap.
You mentioned something about tequila yesterday, and I mean that's my thing, right? And hearing that you have an album, Tequila, I used to say to myself that Adekunle Gold was lightheaded. But now naming your album Tequila Ever After, what's the album?
Listen, I mean, no, it's surprising that you think I'm like
you know.
I mean, but I drank. I've always drank, right? Not always, but yeah. Remember, Sha. So, but I always did cognac.
Yeah.
Never did tequila.
Right.
Never did tequila. So now you can tell me because you like tequila, right? Imagine the feeling that I've been missing all along.
Oh, yeah.
You understand? So I discovered tequila first time April last year in the studio. They brought me a bottle of Patron. I was in a bad mood that day because I just got in the news that they were going to move my Catch Me If You Can album forward.
Oh, no.
I'm like, damn, after all the work I've done, but they brought me a bottle of Patron and I drank one shot of tequila and
you're lit.
Listen, I'm like, wait, what is this feeling? Like, how have I never done this before?
Right.
And me, of course, because I'm a storyteller, I make story out of anything. I'm like, I need to tell this story. I need to tell it with, but how? And I thought, with my next album,
Wow.
How about I describe this feeling that one shot of tequila gave to me? Describe it in music.
Right.
So first step was, okay, let me embody a new persona. From Adekunle Gold to AG Baby to Bad Boy Dix to now Tio Tequila. There's always something.
Right.
With each album, there's a new role. For me, it's a movie. So I'm like, let me start calling myself Tio Tequila. Tio in Spanish is Mr. Uncle guy.
Oh.
So Tio Tequila, and I thought, what's the best name for this album?
Tequila.
Just replace Happily with Tequila. That makes sense.
The first time I saw Tio, I was looking at my my story and I saw Tio. I said, "Who is this?" I said, "What is this?" And I saw was I was like, "Okay, what is this guy up to?" I'm sure you're about to do something insane, and there it is with an album.
Yeah, man.
I mean, you have this 18 track.
Yeah,
album.
18 track. Yeah.
Which one of the songs would you say was your favorite to create?
Man, it was there's a lot, but the one that I had I think the one I had most fun making, I think it was Chasing Peace of Mind. I was in LA. I made most of this songs in LA. Yeah.
That's the first song.
Yeah, Chasing Peace of Mind featuring Amifaku and Habib Kwaite. Habib Kwaite is Malian. He's from Mali. Amifaku is South African. So this is the best Pan-African song you can think of.
How did you stumble on these guys?
Yeah. So I was making the song in LA. One night, tequila already hit, and I was just feeling good. And the first line that came to me was, "My therapist has tried." I said, "My therapist, they don't try. No remedy for my mind. One smoke, I'm alright. Like one shot, I'm alright." I was just thinking. Then I knew that this song had soul, and I wanted somebody that has so much soul as well to carry with me.
Right.
And I thought, of course, Amifaku. Listen to her on any Amapiano tempo, whatever tempo. She always brings soul to it.
Right.
I'm like, this girl will compliment me. Let's go. I reached out to her. She was happy to do it. Then I thought about it. I want some beautiful guitar. No more vocals. Just beautiful sounding guitar. And the place that you have to get the best one,
right,
the Oriental guitar, is Mali. Listen to Musangara. Listen to Fatumata Diawara. Listen to Ali. Them, and then of course Habib Kwaite. Now, how do I know about Habib Kwaite? My dad got me a laptop like as early as 2002, 2003, and if you use Windows XP, then the media player has like pre-built songs. So he is one of the songs.
Wow.
He has 2 songs on that playlist, from that time, and I rinsed those songs in school when I was in Laspotec. I used to listen every day, and I said, when I grow up and become a superstar, I'll find this man and make music with him. And I remembered, this dream of me that's still hanging there, let me make it use. Found his contact, traveled all the way to Mali. I found him, and then we spoke. We spoke about tequila. He discovered tequila in LA, just like me as well. He has a bar called Los Angeles in his house. Yeah, and he drinks tequila. So we had a conversation about tequila. It was fun. We jammed, and then we made the music,
Are you gonna have your own tequila brand at this point?
Maybe be on the lookout for that one.
Time, because I know that you're definitely a businessman.
Don't worry.
You would definitely do something very soon. I won't be surprised. Let's get back to talking about therapy. Did you actually have therapy? Or was that just context?
I started at some point, but then I just.
Do you think therapy is necessary for?
Oh, definitely.
Especially for someone in the limelight.
I think it is. I think some form of therapy is good for everybody. Right. I feel like we're all moving around with trauma, even though we don't like to admit it sometimes. So you need to speak to somebody. And so it's good to talk to somebody at some point. So, but yeah.
What would you say in the course of your career since you started to now is something, one major lesson you would say that you've learned and you have at the back of your head? Say, for instance, if the situation was going to happen again, you flash back to that memory and be like, okay, you know what? I think I should do this way.
I think one thing that I wish I didn't allow anybody to do to me was make me doubt my source.
All right.
2018 was an eye opener for me when I released About 30, and the criticism that I got on that album at first. You know how people don't find things for themselves; they just believe everybody, the the people that speak about things, hook, line, and sinker, and then I'm like, you can tell that these people didn't even listen to this album for themselves. They were just going based on, now cruise, banter, let's bant, you know. And then eventually they now found the album for themselves. Until today, people still hound me about, make another album like About 30. And I'm like, but you said you didn't like it at first, you know. But that kind of shaken my confidence for the first time.
Oh, wow.
You know, and then it made me doubt my source and a bit. And I'm like, now in hindsight now, like I wish I never, like.
Did he make you do something differently?
No, at all. He didn't, that's one thing. He didn't make me do anything different. But it shook me a bit, but I bounced back.
Got idea.
You know,
all right. Now that this album is dropped, I can bet that you have your next album ready.
Wow.
You know
me too much.
Like you have it ready. You just watch us. They look us.
No worry.
Just take this one. Just take it and hold.
Let me tell you what's crazy. It's how so this album, I decided I was going to write 50 songs for this album.
50.
So I said I was going to write 50, and then I was going to pick the best whatever number I write at, right? I ended up writing over 60 songs.
Oh wow! Did you write everything by yourself?
Yes, and sometimes like contributions from friends, right? So I ended up writing over 60, and then we picked the hardest 18. Now, you see the rest of the songs that didn't make the album. They are when I say crazy as well. So somebody asked me, so what's going to happen to those songs? I'm like, you know what's crazy is nothing might happen to it because I have a whole new album
ready
on the side.
Can you sell those songs?
Maybe that's what I would do.
Yeah, because I can bet.
Tell your faves come and collect.
I know a couple of people who need it. I'm not going to talk. But a couple of people need they need to buy. You need to sell because see the money that you're making now. If you sell one of your songs, God, wahala.
But I have songs ready for this.
You know, one thing I was thinking about yesterday, I said to myself that it seems like you can see the music industry from the male and female perspective because, you know, you have your partner is also in the same field as you. Now, would you say that it is very difficult for women in this industry to push through? It's very difficult for women in the industry to make sure that they have their songs heard, they have everything about them out there. Because I'm asking you this question because of one thing in particular. I'm asking you because of the whole situation with, I don't know if you're okay speaking about it or not, with the situation between Brymo and Simi. I wasn't surprised that he would make a statement like that because I think most recently he has been go. But
I'll just say one thing, right? I just need women to be respected and then given the space to do their jobs,
right?
Without unnecessary advances. Like it's annoying. Like it's I can't imagine what it feels like to be objectified every time.
Right.
Imagine being beautiful and then the one thing on your mind is, you want to get with somebody to be able to give them a role or a job or a chance. Like it's dumb.
We get that every time.
It's dumb. So that's what I'm saying. I can't imagine it.
Right.
Like and when women come out to say it, they get bashed for it. But it's their reality.
Right.
So I'm just saying like we need to respect women more.
Have you ever been approached as a man?
Let's not talk about that one here.
I'm sure, like you definitely would have been approached.
I mean, look at me now. You said, so what do you think?
I know. But yeah, that's what women go through in whatever field, and it's really, really crazy. So let's just wrap this album real quick. I wish I had more time to speak to you, but I just gotta go. This album.
You don't have to. Okay, continue.
Wow. This album, which one of the songs would you say you got emotional while you were creating it?
Falling. Featuring Pharrell.
Why?
And now Rogers. Of course. Pharrell. Pharrell changed my life unknown to him. That's why it's important to be to put out the right words. His tweet from 2013 actually, it was 2013. I don't think that he knew that a boy from a cartoon was just going to catch on it and then believe it every day till it became like his reality.
Right.
What are the words? He said, you are that person already, just put yourself in that place.
Right.
listen, the day I saw that tweet was the day everything changed for me. I just embodied this, okay, I am Adekunle Gold and I need to show the world who I am.
Right.
And fast forward to 10 years after meeting this man, when I started working on this album, I said I wanted Pharrell on this album. I manifested it. And then I got in session with him. Then I was watching the Grammys. I was watching Now Rogers play guitar on TV. I took a picture of him, sent to Tunji. Tunji is CEO of Def Jam, by the way. I said I'm manifesting this man on my album. How? I don't know. But 4 days after, Tunji met him on the plane. He was coming to Miami as well.
Wow.
Yeah, he was coming to Miami, and I was already in Miami. I was in Miami as well with Pharrell, and Tunji told him like, "Yo, my brother wants to work with you," and then he said he's going to pull up. Then I was already in the awe of being in the awe of Pharrell, telling me all the great things that he said to me, and then Naro just walked in with his guitar.
Oh wow!
And we've seen that duo before. They're wicked together. So having them on my song. It's insane.
It is indeed.
And it's my story. Falling up is my story. For every time they push me down, I keep falling up.
You know what? This might be one of our favorite songs to play and listen to here at Hot 93.3, because this song is definitely something that anyone will listen to and they would feel.
Yeah, it's my World Cup song.
Yeah, that was a song you mentioned.
Yeah, that's my World Cup song.
Thank you so much, Adekunle.
Save this tweet.
I've had an amazing time speaking with you.
Thank you.
Everyone who knows you should be. I'm very, very proud of you. I don't know if it matters to you or anything, but I don't know. But I'm actually very proud of how far you've come. Like, I look at you and I'm like, yes, that's a star right there. Well done. That's my Alimosh. Well done.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah, well done. You've done a great job.
Thank you very much.
Nigerians, we day your back.
Thank you.
I don't know whether you still live here or you live in the
I live here. What do you mean? Where
because
where am I
half of
going?
your life last year was
I'm just working. I'm just on the road working, pushing this music.
Okay, now we'll see now. But thank you so much. Now that this album is out, I definitely know that we'll be seeing more videos.
Oh yeah, more videos.
Have you just shot the video with Pharrell?
Don't worry, that one is coming.
Okay.
Relax.
Okay, I'm
But yeah, I'm going on tour. Tequila Ever After tour, North America, Australia, Africa, and then it's going to be new season from here.
Are we getting a concert here in Nigeria?
Be on the lookout for that.
I don't like this guy so much. But anyways, thank you so much, Adekunle. It's always a pleasure being here. If you had a note to say to Adekunle of 2010, what would you say to that person?
I'll say the life you were looking for was already on.
All right. Thank you so much. Remember to go get this album. It's a dope one. It's an amazing one. It's one of the best albums out now. And of course, we'll always be supporting.
It's the best.
No verso.
It's the best. Let's be clear.
Okay. It's the best album out right now. And for the next couple of years till he releases his sixth album. Adekunle Gold. I'm going to play Omoeko as we wrap this up. Thank you so much.
Lagos is Hot FM. Lagos is Hot FM.